In this video, we'll show you how to add a worker in Planado. We'll explain the difference between a field worker and a regular worker. A worker is any user in Planado, whether it's a field worker, dispatcher, or administrator. To add a worker, go to Settings and select List underneath the users. Here you'll see all workers already added to Planado. Currently, only one user is listed, the owner of this Planado account. There are two ways to add a worker: as a field worker who performs jobs and uses the mobile app, or as a regular worker, for example, a dispatcher, who assigns jobs using the web version of Planado. Let's go through both options and their differences. Let's start by adding a field worker. In the pop-up window, enter the worker's first and last name. Field workers are added via invitation. You can send the invitation via SMS or email. After adding the worker, they'll receive a link to activate their user account. Once they follow the link, they'll be prompted to set a password. After that, the worker can log into the Planado mobile app. In our example, we'll send the invitation via email. Also, enable the permission for the worker to complete jobs. This requires a paid seat. If a field worker doesn't have a seat, they won't be able to complete jobs on their own, but they can still be part of a team. Topics like creating jobs via the mobile app, assigning territories, and configuring skills will be covered in future videos. Now let's send the invitation and see how the worker activates it. As you can see, the worker has received an email with a link to activate their user account. Let's follow that link. Here, the worker enters their mobile phone number and sets a password. Since we sent the invitation via email, the email address is already filled in. Now we submit the account information. The user account is now activated. All that's left is for the worker to download the Planado mobile app and start working. As you can see, the added worker now appears in the list, and we can assign a job to them. Now let's add a regular worker. In this example, we'll add a dispatcher with permission to create jobs using the web app. This method doesn't use an invitation. Instead, the information is entered manually, so we'll set the email and password manually. These credentials will need to be given to the worker directly. Let's enter the worker's name, last name, and phone number. If your company operates across different time zones, you can also set the worker's time zone. Now let's review the available permissions for the worker. With this method of adding a worker, you can flexibly assign permissions. Here, you can also assign a license. As you can see, without a seat, a worker cannot make changes in Planado. They cannot create, edit, or complete jobs. They can only view jobs. Since we're adding a dispatcher, they'll need a seat. You can also configure the worker's access to specific pages in the web app. This way, the worker will only see the pages you've given them access to. Our dispatcher needs access to the schedule, map, and jobs, but will hide access to teams, jobs export, and clients. We'll also remove access to the mobile app. You can also give the worker administrator rights. Workers with administrator rights have access to all pages of the web app, including settings. In our case, the dispatcher doesn't need administrator rights. Now let's add the worker. As you can see, the new worker appears in the list. To log into the web app, the worker will need the login credentials you provided. Now the workers are ready to start. The dispatcher can create jobs using the web app, and the field worker can perform jobs using the mobile app. In this video, we showed how to add field workers and dispatchers in Planado, explained the differences in how they're created, and now you can start adding workers to your Planado account.